Today we are talking about rocks, stones, and some common English expressions that use the words rock and stone. First things first, what's the difference between a rock and a stone? In daily conversation, most people use these words interchangeably. It really doesn't matter which one you use. However, when rocks or stones are being used by humans, we usually call them stones. So when you see one in nature, you might call it a rock, you might call it a stone. But when you see someone doing something with one, using it in some way, you'll probably call it a stone. And you probably noticed that I have been using these words as countable nouns. That is because I am talking about individual pieces that we can count easily. However, when we are talking about the material in general, especially when it is still inside the earth, we usually use them as uncountable nouns. Also, when you have very small rocks or stones that are smooth and round, we usually call those pebbles. And very large rocks are called boulders. But now let's look at some other ways to use these words. First, we sometimes use the word rock to talk about diamonds. For example, her wedding ring has a giant rock. Rock can be a verb. It basically means that something moves back and forth or side to side. Something can rock. For example, the ship rocked back and forth in the waves. In that example, the ship is rocking, but something can also rock something else. For example, you might rock a baby in your arms to help it fall asleep. We can talk about a place being rocked, and when we do this, it can mean two different things. It can mean that something caused that place to shake very strongly. For example, the explosion rocked the city. And it can mean that something caused people to become very shocked or concerned. For example, the news of the murders rocked the town. Maybe you've heard the expression, "You rock." This is an informal way to say that we think that someone is very cool or very good at something. You can say this to your friend if you want to let them know that you think that they did something very cool or very impressive. If someone orders alcohol, such as whiskey or vodka, and they ask for it on the rocks. On the rocks means with ice and only ice. No juice, no soda, no anything, just alcohol and ice. We also have the idiom to rock the boat, which basically means to do something that upsets the other people in your group. In many Asian cultures, group harmony is very important. Employees and managers in these cultures often do not say how they truly feel, because they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to create disagreement or arguments. And finally, we have stoned and stoner. Stoned is an adjective which describes someone who is high on marijuana. If you drink a lot of alcohol, you get drunk. But if you smoke a lot of marijuana, you get stoned. And a person who gets stoned regularly, probably every day, is called a stoner. For example, Dave is a stoner. He gets stoned multiple times every day. And there are probably some other expressions related to rocks and stones, but these are the ones that I was able to think of today. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you for watching.